My project is Data Science Applications and Sustainable Development Goals, which seeks to prove that data technology can be an invaluable resource in achieving the goals set forward by the UN at the 2030 Agenda.
Tracking the developments of a highly dynamic data technology landscape is vital for keeping up with novel technologies and techniques. Before now, nothing existed to help solve this problem. So in the DAP Center, we collaborated with a financial institution in order to tackle this problem. We developed a machine learning-based solution that's capable of the data extraction and discovery of information related to novel technologies. This will greatly help users to build the knowledge they need about these technologies and predict trends and sentiment around them. To achieve that, we combined AI technologies such as supervised and unsupervised learning, in addition to deep learning techniques, and successfully creating a novel tool that's capable of solving this problem.
In recent years, state investment in childcare has dramatically increased. This has led to an increase in the demand for childcare places, which in turn requires additional capital funding to increase capacity across the sector. Traditionally, capital funding has been given out based on who can write the best application form, rather than on the basis of evidence or data.
We constructed a Biodiversity Index, which takes information from the Hubble dataset and CSO population data. We then apply a data science technique inspired from the Hoof gravity model. We then result in a scoring system of relative supply and demand for childcare facilities across the country for each individual facility.
The Biodiversity Index has allowed us to improve the targeting of tens of millions of euros on an annual basis in a robust, reliable and evidence-based manner.
Biodiversity is a broad term. It covers wildlife, conservation, invasive species and much more. With an estimated value of 26 million euros, biodiversity is critical to Irish agriculture, tourism and the economy as a whole. With the establishment of the National Biodiversity Data Centre, operated by Compass Informatics in 2007, we went from a situation of almost zero data to a large, scientifically sound biodiversity database of over 4 million records covering the Irish terrestrial and marine environments. Using spatial, statistical and temporal data processes, we analysed the biodiversity species records to look at patterns and predictions. These data science outputs are then used to inform policy making, to engage with citizens and ultimately to promote Irish and global biodiversity.
AB has gone through a major transformation in recent years. It's gone from a traditional branch bank to an analytically led digital bank. In the absence of a branch staff member knowing the customer in such granularity as they used to know, now that we've gone digital, there has been a gap in that. We've bridged that gap through the use of technology. About 2 years ago, we had 14 handcrafted propensity models in order to know our customer. We hit a major bottleneck there in terms of deploying those models, and that's how we've used technology to scale up to hundreds of models.
So what we've done in AIB, we've designed out an analytics factory that's an innovative use of integrated technologies that has allowed us to create quickly and robustly a range and suite of propensity models, deploy them effectively into the channel, but also to make sure that we're able to continuously monitor and evaluate those models to make sure that they maintain integrity throughout their lifetime. We've done this, I suppose, to ensure that we are maintaining that stability, but we've also managed to alleviate a lot of the pressure that the data scientists were under in terms of those kind of janitorial data type tasks that they were having to undergo.
So at EdgeTier, we've developed an artificially intelligent system for customer service agents. Our system, Arthur, helps customer service agents to operate more effectively. It reads customer queries as they arrive to a customer contact center. It works out what a customer wants and why they contacted. It retrieves information to answer the query, and it completely pre-writes a response for approval by the customer service agent. We've deployed Arthur in customer contact centers with over 200 agents, and we've seen improvements of over 50% in average handling time of tickets.
So at its core, Arthur uses an AI engine to understand not only why the person is contacting, but what they want to achieve by contacting in the first place. So we understand both the topic of contact and also the intent. We use a mixture of word vectors and advanced neural network architectures to give us a classification rate of above 95% accuracy. This means that when we suggest responses to agents, when we suggest actions to agents, they're both accurate and also highly contextual to the person's individual query and why they're contacting. This has led to increases in customer satisfaction rates across the board with our customers.
Herd Insights is an Agrotech company which remotely monitors animal behaviour using gesture recognition technology. As we scaled, we saw the opportunity, or we realised the opportunity to improve our algorithm. Combined with Herd Insights' estrus detection. We're able to offer our farmers improved efficiencies and improved profitability on their farms. This altogether we get for our farmers improved fertility, more compact calving and healthier herds and survival rates.
So Genesis is the leader in customer experience worldwide, and we provide a lot of solutions for companies to deal with their customers through different channels. Predictive routing, so Genesis Predictive Routing is the tool we submitted for this year's award. It's a very interesting and powerful tool that allows businesses to optimize how their call center works and get a lot of better performance in terms of various metrics in customer experience. So far we have seen a very powerful increase in various KPIs with the customers that have been using predictive routing. It's a very powerful tool because it allows the business to configure what they want to optimize. So it can be, for example, call length, it can be various customer-centric metrics like satisfaction and so on. And based on historical data, we would improve which agents are the best suited to answer customer calls and thus also make customers happier.
I have a long history working in supply chain and in analytics. I have a PhD in supply chain optimization, and that gives me a unique position to understand what the problems of the supply chain are and how data science can be used to tackle these problems. Examples would be planning, SKU segmentation, inventory control, policy optimization, and supply chains are a rich ground for that. We partner heavily with local academic institutions. We take in students to work on projects, and recently we've piloted a STEM robotics program in a local primary school because we feel that's where you got to start with these kids, get them into STEM early, and they will drive the supply chains of the future.